What up, guys? Doing another replay review. This guy said he was a gold. He was on console, so I had to play with him to get his replay. But I tried to blend in as much as possible and not carry it all, and just try and play like a gold. Odds are I didn't do a great job, just because it's hard to go down to this level, I guess. But anyways, that means I'm just gonna be focusing exactly on like what this guy's doing and not really worry about his teammates. Uh, because that's probably how it's going to be for all goals. Is you never really know what the fuck's going on. So, yeah, I mean, without further ado, let's get into it. But also, one thing I'll say before we start is that at this rank, you're so early in the game that like literally the only thing you need to do is play the game, because I mean, you guys don't really have an understanding of like how to rotate, who should go for the ball, necessarily really how to hit the ball well. So I mean, there's just so much you guys don't know. That my big recommendation to do is just play the game more. And I know that's not helpful, but I'll try and get in a little bit more in this replay and kind of dive into like what you can be doing better. I'll try and keep it pretty basic and not go super in depth, because you guys just don't really know like why you need to be doing certain things. I mean, obviously, like right there, kickoff could be better, but at this rank, I don't really think you need to worry about it. Like, it's such a niche thing that I think as long as you're just hitting the ball every time, you're fine. And then I'd say probably around like, diamond, that's kind of when you start working on your kickoffs. But I let your teammate go. Oh, sorry. And then you kind of move up, like, but he's already hitting it, so and this will come a time like you just have to understand when you're beat. I mean, you kind of just move up for a ball that's not there anymore, and now you have to turn back, but kind of inefficient. Fine. A lot of patience. He misses. Yeah, again, you kind of go for a ball you already beat to. Like, I know you haven't gone in a while because you've just been sitting, but like the distance from how much closer he is to the ball is just like, and you can see it right here. Let me actually do it line now, it's a little bit more. You can just see the difference. Distance. You have a lot longer to go. And he's already boosting, so you're definitely dusted to that. And that'll come with time. I mean, like, really, you guys just have to play the game more. And you'll get out of gold. Like, holy hell. I think I did actually do a decent job blending up. I'll let you guys try and guess who I was. Yeah, that's fine. Decent touch, good follow, good 50, maybe shoot. Fine, it's good play. You're kind of just waiting for a ball that's not going to go there because you have two people here. So I'm not really sure about the positioning. And this is like tough to analyze here. You guys really have no idea what you're doing. No offense, but like, holy. You guys just need to play the game more, I think. Maybe the biggest thing. I mean, yeah, like, okay, maybe this ball goes middle, but this only goes middle if both of them miss. And I mean, maybe that happens at gold, but probably not. And it's just a whiff, and it's like, that's going to come with time, the more you play. You're just waiting out the play. One thing you are doing a lot is like, I can tell you genuinely have no idea when you're supposed to go for the ball. Like, you're just turning in a bunch of circles, right? So you turn here, and then you turn back. And then the ball goes forward, but you're not facing the right way. So I think you're having a tough time just kind of reading what's going on. So the best way to do it is to, instead of just keep making these turns, like at gold, you don't need to be fast at all. Like, if you just face forward and just kind of wait, like back, the ball will come to you, and then you can probably just shoot it. It's kind of what I'm assuming can happen based on this level of play. Speed's definitely kind of slow on this read, but that's okay. I mean, you can definitely beat this guy, but you kind of misread it a little bit. Don't get the best touch. Also, I mean, I haven't really seen any aerials, so I feel like if you start learning how to aerial, it's going to help you a lot at this rank. And here you're really awkward. Like after you go for this, I just rotate behind your teammates, um, because they should be in net. Yeah, see, they're both in net, so just rotate behind them because this is kind of that idea of back post rotations. Um, I'll just kind of cover for you in case you haven't already heard of it, but whenever the ball's like, you basically want to rotate to the opposite side the ball's on. So the ball's coming in on the right here, and you want to rotate back on the left. And the reason for it is because you're going to keep the play in front of you. So if you're sitting here, you're able to get to anything in the net, because you just have to go forward. It's like if you're rotating this way, it's just a lot more awkward if the ball ends up like here, because then you have to go backwards for it. But if you're always on the back side of the ball, you're always going to have it in front of you, unless I guess they like snipe it over here, but I mean that's pretty unlikely. So if you're here, you're just able to get to anything here or anything here or anything here, as you rotate in. Whereas like if you're here, yeah, you can cover the net, but like what about all this behind you, where the ball has a pretty likely chance to go because it's already rotating, the ball's already coming in this way. So always try and get behind your teammates. You never really want to rotate in like this unless you're in ones. Then shadow defending is a little different, but yeah, I mean, you just like rotating back post is just gonna be better. And like in gold, I feel like you really just should kind of let your teammates do their thing and then just kind of play behind. I mean, in gold, you're gonna get so many opportunities to just bang the ball out. Like if you know how to do that, I feel like you'll get ranked up. I mean, like right here too, you just like don't hit it very hard. And I mean, I don't know, like at gold, maybe you start practicing like basic dribbles to how to get it around certain players. But like you have so much space here, you just kind of throw it away, and then you don't hit it really hard, so it'll probably just come back. He gets a bad touch, so. I really just feel like at this level of the game, you have to just start working on fundamentals, and you'll get out of the rank no problem. I mean, you're doing a better job like letting your patients go, or letting your teammates go. I don't know why I said patience, but and kind of not like ball chasing super hard, which is good. But then it's like when you do finally get the ball, your touches aren't very threatening. So there's that. I feel like that was a good bang by your teammate to just turn and hit it. Like see how much it threw them off. If you just learn how to do that, I feel like it's gonna be really, really solid. And then you get a good shot. I mean, that's good. Definitely probably a better shot than most schools will put on. So I mean, that's good. Good shot. Yeah, man, this is tough. Like I feel it's not like game sense you guys need to really worry about. You just need to like learn how to hit the ball with power and start learning how to aerial. Kind of start to understand back post rotations, and I think you can get out of goal with no problem. Because at this level of the game, there are no rotations. Your teammates have no idea what you're doing, what they're doing. I mean, there's just no like concept of intelligent play at this level. So I mean, really, all you need to be able to do is just hit the ball hard on target and feel like you'll win. Because I mean, I could like criticize the challenge here and how you could have done better, but it's like that's not going to help you. That one detail won't help you long term. You just need to understand like how to hit the ball with power, and you kind of need to like anticipate what's going to happen a little bit too. But I think that like here he's going like full speed into this ball. I mean, like the odds of you actually getting to it facing forward like this, I mean, I guess if he hits it over here, maybe. But I think just like understanding, okay, he has that ball, I shouldn't go for it, time to head back, is kind of something you need to start thinking about. It probably won't punish you at this rank because nobody can really like hit the ball with a lot of power. It doesn't really matter. And then here, you could say, okay, I rotated back post, but this is an incorrect back post rotation because you didn't like come in wide enough. I mean, yeah, you ended up here, but like, look where you're facing. You're facing this way when really you want to be facing forward. Because if you're facing forward here, then it's going to allow you to turn out like this, whereas you have to make a way bigger turn to get to this ball, whereas if you're here, you just have to go like that. And I'll show you the difference. You'd be about here when this play happens, when you get to the ball. So you're coming, maybe it takes an extra second, but now you're here, right? So now it's like way easier to get to this and just clear it. And I mean, this is probably a goal in gold, honestly. If you know how to hit these with power, you could really just let this bounce to you and then just bang it in their net. This guy's sitting in midfield. I mean, you can really score this. You know how to hit the ball hard. So yeah, that is one thing. Like a lot of lower level players don't understand really back post rotations though. And yeah, see the aerials here are pretty bad. You need to start learning how to fly. You're gonna need it for the higher ranks. And I feel like knowing how to aerial and goal is gonna be good. Be able to beat a lot of people to the ball. I mean, I do feel like you're actually better mechanically than most of the people in the lobby here, but I don't know. But then again, I see stuff like that and I'm like, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, really, you just gotta play the game more at this level. I don't think there's really like little specific things that are preventing you. It's just there's so many problems that working on the big, like the essentials of, you know, hitting the ball with good contact and learning how to do basic dribbles, learning how to fly. That's how you get out of gold, I guess. It's not going to be like little rotation differences. It's just probably mechanics at this level, just fundamental mechanics that you need to start practicing. It's going to be like less free play at this point, or less not free play, less ranked and more like free play and custom packs. Yeah, I mean, because it's just like there's no point in telling you the little things because implementing them isn't going to help you really. Not going to matter as much. It's just mechanics. Like your mechanics are so low compared to like higher level players that you need to just work on those to get out of this rank. That was. And then like here you go for a bad challenge. I mean, yeah, you can say your teammate missed, right? But like we never blame things on our teammates, right? Or you shouldn't. If you do that, you're gonna just never improve in this game. But yeah, you go for a bad challenge. He already beat you, and then you go, and then you leave your teammates in a kind of a bad spot. I mean, it's really a fine spot, but like you can't say, oh, that's on them, because it's on you right here when you miss this challenge. You know what I mean? Like you can just fake challenge here, head back, cut it again, and maybe get your teammates possession. And then we missed the kickoff, so obviously we need to work on those. I mean, it's really just like fundamental things you need to be practicing in free play. I think it's going to help you. And it doesn't even have to be that much. I mean, at this level, you don't need like incredibly consistent mechanics. You just need a little bit better ones. So I don't know, like 20 minutes a day of just practicing your shooting or your aerials or whatever, I think is fine. Like that could have been a goal if you had the off the wall mechanics, which you kind of do, but they're not like complete enough. Because I mean, to fly into this, you kind of need to like hit the ball here and flip into it and like put it somewhere over there. You just don't know the mechanics to do it, so it's like an opportunity miss. Just working on your mechanics at this level is going to be so big, I think. And just playing the game more, really. Is going to be the biggest thing. And I'll show you, I'll give you some tips after this replay's over. That way I can kind of help you. So I mean, like analyzing the gameplay, like there's nothing to analyze really. I mean, it's just like fundamental mistakes that come from not having the mechanics to do the right thing. It's not really decision making. I think you're patient enough in gold, or at least in this replay you were, where it's fine. You'll have plenty of opportunities to score, and you have. Like here's another one, you can score this, but you just like don't flip into it correctly. Like having good mechanics here, waiting for this bounce, and then just like shooting it, just like diagonal flipping, gonna send this ball over here. And if you learn to get that on target, I mean, you're just gonna score so much that it won't matter. The little things aren't gonna matter at this rank. Higher up you go, 100% they will. But right now it doesn't matter. And then you end up scoring. So let me show you, though you can get some use out of this replay, because I know that wasn't like the most helpful, just telling you, okay, you need to practice your fundamentals. So what do I mean by that, right? basically, like, you don't even know how to like hit the ball with power every time. I mean, you kind of understand, okay, if I drive into it and then I flip, okay, like I can get power on that, but you're not consistent with it, right? So how do you practice? Um, a good pack to do it on, and air dribbles too is something you need to practice. A good pack to work on like easy shots that you can get a lot of power off of is this ground shots pack. I'll put the code in the description. Um, but basically, I mean, all you do is you just boost and you just flip into it. And if you just like focus on doing this, I mean, you don't even need a boost here. And you just practice, okay, can I hit this ball in the direction of the goal every time? Like this. I mean, you don't even need to worry about getting height, you know what I mean? I mean, you're not a supersonic legend where you need to like bang that 110 in every time, right? All you need to really be doing is just focusing on, can I shoot this on target? And there are going to be some shots in here you probably won't be able to do, so just skip them and don't do them. But like this, you should be able to score this in goal. Or if you want to get out of goal, I feel like you should be able to score this, as I missed. But yeah, I mean, you should be able to hit this in every time, and it's pretty simple. You know, you have to like start to learn, where do I need to hit the ball to put it in a certain direction. You know, how do I need to control my boost when I'm boosting? How do I make up for the displacement of my car with increased speed? Like, those are the things you need to start understanding at gold. And just like learning how to shoot these on target and these simple aerials on target, where you just kind of like jump once and then flip. All this stuff is going to help you a lot, and just kind of like learning how to hit on target. I mean, that one might even be too hard for you. So like maybe this gold flat pack is really good for you, where it's just nice and slow, and then you just get the shot opportunity like this. Maybe learn how to boost so you can put it in a little faster. But you don't even need to be worrying about flip cancels. Just flip as much as you want. And even here, I mean, just practice like getting power on the ball, because I mean, you're not going to be able to really aim your shots. So just I'd even just kind of go and just practice like hitting these with power. And then if they go in, great. Like try and get them in, but just mainly focus on getting good contact and getting good power. And then after you can do that a lot, then I'd focus on kind of just trying to shoot this in every time, where you can just get it right where you want, you know. I guess not right where you want, because that's probably way higher level, but just on target, I guess, is the biggest thing. Like this pack where you have to jump a little bit, and just finish it like that. Maybe this pack, you might have to wait for the bounce, and that's fine. Oh, it doesn't let you. So then you're gonna have to be forced to work on your aerials, right? Where you go like that. And here, I wouldn't even worry about shooting, because your aerials at this point are so bad that you're not gonna be able to place that on target. So just like maybe just try and make contact here. Same thing here, like just be able to shoot that, and just working on these like really basic stuff. You don't need to worry about backboard reads at this level. It's literally just learning how to hit the ball. And then in free play, just go drive into the ball and hit it hard, and then kind of wait. You don't really need to worry too much about speed at gold, so just kind of like learning how to turn and hit the ball. Oh, and by the way, I'm using Baki's mod to like place the ball where I want. So unless you're on PC, you can't do that. But you know, like get the ball bouncing off the wall, you're waiting for the bounce because you can't read it, and then you're maybe trying to put it on target. And then in terms of dribbling, just kind of like get used to, I want to take the ball to the right, how do I do that? And you don't even need to worry about putting it on top of your car now. I'd say that's more of like a diamond thing. So if like I want to take this over to the left, I need to be on the left side of the ball hitting it like this, right? And then how do I do that with boost? How do I do this faster, you know? How can I control this ball around the map to get around my opponents? I mean, flicks, if you learn to flick at gold, you're going to be so far. Like, it's going to be so easy to score. You're going to be able to flick it over their whole team. Like, one of those, and it'll probably go in if you get it on target. Yeah, but, I mean, basically, like, a good thing to practice at gold, genuinely, is just boost into the ball, hit it off the wall. Alright, wait for the bounce. Maybe wait for two if you need it. Then hit it back into the wall. And just kind of, like, go like this. Other YouTubers have recommended you do this strategy, but or this like training method, but it's a really good thing to practice. Wait for as many bounces as you need, then you can turn, do it again, and just like keep doing this, because what's training you to do is get power on the ball, and it's helping you time these bounces. You always want to be hitting the ball after it bounces. That way it has already some upward momentum, so it's easier to hit out. Like if you learn how to do this in gold and just do it consistently, you can get a lot of power on it. I feel like it's really going to help you, especially if you can aim it. Like if you just aim, you know, in between like two of those lines over there, if you can just hit it every time, kind of like what I've been doing, yeah, it's going to help a lot. Like maybe you want to hit it to the corner, you know? So practicing those things. And then in terms of basic aerials, I mean, honestly, these aerial packs aren't a bad idea for you because the ball's really low and it's not even moving. So like you can just practice the fundamental. I guess you won't be doing that. Just practice like driving up to the ball, jumping, turning back, and then hitting it. Like really simple stuff like that. So those are good for you at this time. Even probably these early striker packs because your mechanics just aren't there yet to be able to like do that stuff. And then like if you can make a pack that has bounces that you can just hit really hard and things like that. Like obviously the packs I'm doing are not going to be helping you where I'm like trying to learn how to read these things, right? So you have to start at your level and work your way up, you know what I mean? Or like these bounces where you have to like learn how to read these and hit them to the side and all that good stuff. So that won't help you. You have to go into free play and you have to start working on these just really basic mechanics. Don't practice on flip resets. Don't practice ceiling shots because if you can't even aerial, how the hell are you supposed to do any of the other stuff? So I mean, you have to start really just working on a lot of the basic level mechanics that will help you improve. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I know you guys don't have access to the rings map, but if you do get on PC, if you are on PC, doing the rings map's like really good for your aerial control and it's gonna help you a lot. Yeah, but I mean, even in free play, like the way you can start practicing your aerials, dude, you hit that ball against the wall. Maybe you wait for it to bounce a little bit, you jump, and then you can hit it. You do the same thing, you hit it once, maybe you jump, try and read it. Like these are things you can start practicing that's gonna help you play faster and it's gonna help you develop your mechanics. Very basic mechanics, but don't be practicing this stuff where you're going off the wall, you know what I mean, and you're just practicing your this and your that. There's no point. Absolutely no point. Instead, practice controlling the ball on the ground. You know, practice hitting the ball with power. And I feel like those things alone get you out of gold. Not gonna lie. Because when I was playing with you, that's kind of what I thought. I was like, I could literally just bang the ball in every time. So yeah, that's really all you need to do. Just work on the fundamentals. Work on hitting the ball with power. Work on aerials. Don't worry about game sense at this point. And besides just like the very basic thing I tell you, just kind of like start to think about rotating back post, and start to think about like, am I beat to this or not? If I am, I shouldn't go. And then I feel like you should be able to get out of gold pretty easily. It's not too hard, and I feel like your mechanics are probably already kind of decent for your rank, maybe. So yeah, I feel like if you just start practicing hitting the ball with a lot of power, it's really gonna help you. Especially like it's gonna help with shooting, it's gonna help with clearing the ball, all that good stuff, and it's something you really need to learn. And then I guess kickoff too. Just work on, I guess for you, maybe just flip. I don't even know. Do you guys just maybe just drive into it and flip? Will that work? Ideally, you kind of want to start getting used to flipping twice on the kickoff, where you flip right as you grab the boost and then you go for it again, like that. But that might be too difficult, so maybe just work on driving into it and getting good contact on the ball at that level. So yeah, I mean, sorry, I don't know how helpful this was because I haven't been that low level in literally years, so I don't really know exactly kind of how to help you. I know that learning the fundamentals will help you. I know that practicing those reads and that stuff is really going to be helpful to you. So hopefully you do that stuff. It's going to take time, but I mean basically like if you do this drill where you like hit it against the wall and just practice hitting it hard for I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes and then practice your aerials for 10 minutes. I feel like that's just going to build your mechanics. I don't know how much time you have, but obviously the more time you spend doing something, the better you're going to get at it. But yeah, I mean, if you just do that stuff for like 20 minutes every day, I feel like eventually you'll get the mechanics good enough to get out of gold. Because you kind of like your teammates at gold are going to be doing so many different things. You just can't really worry about rotations and all the little minute stuff. Besides like just kind of rotating back post, because I think they kind of understand that, but it's not going to be like as clean as higher level ranks rotations are. Besides that, and besides like knowing, okay, I shouldn't throw myself out of the play if I don't have to. So yeah, I mean, especially if you're trying to get better, you're trying to improve. Odds are you are a little bit better than your teammates who are maybe more casual. So that means like if you're the best player on the team, right? You have to always be back. Everything's on you. If you get scored on, it's on you. Have that self accountability mindset, and you'll be able to get out of there in no time. And also like watch your own replays. You have an understanding better of how you play than I do, so you might be able to see, okay, what am I doing wrong? Oh, I'm missing aerials a lot. Oh, I'm missing dribble opportunities a lot. So like look for things like that in your play, and it's gonna help you. But yeah, let me know how it goes. Feel free to DM me if you have more questions. But hopefully this is somewhat helpful. I know the replay wasn't super in depth, but it's kind of hard for me to like go over that stuff when really all you have to do is just play the game more and just practice hitting the ball more. So yeah, that's kind of my recommendation. But yeah, you have a good one, man, and thanks for watching.